Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Iron Forge. We are here again today with the newly formed group under RNS Ironworks. Everyone, would you like to introduce yourselves once again to the audience?
Yar. Hello, my name is Yava. I am a monk, goblin, drunken master. The other characters cannot stand the strong smell of the alcohol in my gourd.
Except the ones that can't smell.
Like me.
And me.
The perks of having no nose.
And no sleep. And no hunger. And no feeling. No, wait. Feeling, yes.
You'll never have no sex.
To be fair, you can eat if you want to. You know, it just kind of gunks up the gears.
It's like that scene in AI where you start trying to eat spinach and suddenly your face melts with the smudge tool.
I don't remember that. Anyway, any other introductions?
Hello there, it's Vernon here. How do you all make your acquaintances and such? Yeah, they're just simple. Hello. I hope you all have a great time before the holiday season.
Yes, by
This is
record.
out.
It'll come out after Christmas, but by recording, we're about 6 days away.
4.
6.
4 days away.
6. It's the 19th.
4.
Yeah.
It is
this
not
will be.
now.
It is
You-
currently the 19th. This
For you fuckers.
The day this will.
Oh, right.
International.
Well, here's the thing. You're
This will
not
be
in
going-
America, which means you're not in a real country.
All right. If
Don't
you're
you know
listening to
nothing
this,
exists outside of America?
if you're listening to this, there's just one more sleep until Christmas.
I thought
this is-
Christmas was the 24th.
No,
Well,
that's
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Day is the 25th. This is going up on Christmas Eve.
Rockfee, did you forget the actual day of Christmas?
What the fuck,
How
Chalkfee?
would I know what the day of Christmas is?
It's the
falls on
same
the
day
same
every
day
year.
every
Would I know
year.
that?
Because you're a human being who exists in a,
For what
a Christian
reason would I know
society.
that?
Because you exist in
Yeah,
a
but,
Christian
like-
society.
But I'm not Christian. I've worked on Christmas most years.
Yeah, my friend TK is Jewish, but she knows the day of Christmas.
Speaking of, the next day, the day we would have, we would be resuming to peer, is the first day of Hanukkah, so we are not actually going to be,
I don't think it's the
going back
first
to-
one.
TK said it was, but we're,
Check my calendar, it is.
so we're, Tapir is going to return, in 2025.
You'll
They-
return in 2025.
As an aside, along with Verdun and Java, we also got Plover the Herring on.
I am
Not a
playing.
Harriman.
I am playing Nerium, and I got to show off my cool hand axe, which I can call back to me.
And we
R.I.P. that Terry.
we have Elberos, an elvish warforged man of mysterious origin.
So,
Just-
Elvish Warforged.
I have a question about. So, is it a Warforged designed to look like an elf, or is it a Warforged of elven make?
No, it's
I think neither.
actually I'm a warforged, and I look like a warforged. It's just that I was reprogrammed by the Elvish.
All right.
Oh, so just like you got brainwashed.
No, I was technically saved because I had an arrow in my head.
Not
Most
the knee.
particularly my eye.
Is it still there?
No, I have. I
Okay.
still have the arrow though.
It would be funnier if it was if the arrow was still there.
And I am your illustrious DM and Forge Master Ruby. Now, to recap what happened. And to recap what happened, our intrepid employees met for the first time in Neverwinter, meeting up with every Terry and finding out that the Terries are actually a hive mind, kind of like ants. They made their way to RNS Island to meet their boss, which at first seemed like a human, but turns out to be a pair of crass women, a dwarf known as Rusty and a gnome known as Drenna. After some negotiations on pay and how their employment will go, Rusty walked out onto a balcony and called out for one named Hako. And we pick up off from what we left off there, seeing a massive golden eye peer into the room.
Oh, right, the dragon accountant.
Yes. Hako, there you are. I didn't interrupt you, did I? The dragon leans back a bit and gives a yawn. No. I was just reading my favorite part of the Violet Pimpernel. These are the new employees.
I wave.
It don't seem that way.
What was that, Elbaros?
That it would seem that way. Yes.
It would seem that way, yes.
You're a little quiet. Here, let me turn you up on my end, actually.
Now,
Shut up. Much better.
okay,
Yes.
I had my mic a bit far.
Right. Greetings, my name is Hako, Golden Dragon resident of RNS Island, and treasurer, accountant, pilot light. And as he says that, you hear a loud buzzing coming from the center chamber. One moment. You see him turn towards what looks like a large vent with a light over it flashing. And he rears back and goes, as he lets loose in a massive a massive torrent of flame into this vent. Yes, I help keep the forges lit. Nothing quite like dragon fire to, power more or less the entire island. And you all are?
My name's Verdon. I guess I'm an employee for your company right now. Hello.
Hello, Verdon.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the little bunny next to you?
Oh, him? You should introduce yourself. Don't want to step on your paws.
Roxy, that's you.
Waves.
That one's name is Clova. I'm Yava. Hey.
Clover, Yava, nice to meet you.
I'm
And the two-
narrating, charmed, I'm sure, and I do a curtsy.
Hako gives a bow of his head. And you, other other metal warforged. You're not of the Terry model, so I imagine
No,
you're
I'm Elveros.
Elberos. Elvish name, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Ah, the elves. Right, and I assume, what was the pay again? It was 90 per 2 weeks?
Yes, that's what was what we buried it down to. Yes.
Right.
Sure.
One.
Nods.
Right, one moment. His head dips down, and as you all look over the balcony, you see what is essentially a proper dragon's hoard. Gold, jewels, art, but also quite an expansive library. And as you're looking down, as he's rooting around through the hoard, you notice a very striking difference between Hako and other dragons. You see where wings would be 2 large X-shaped scars. Let's see. This bloody thing should be around here somewhere. Ah, here they are. You see him grab something with his mouth as he lifts his head back up. And he sets on the balcony 5 pouches. Enchanted coin pouches every 2 weeks, was it? Correct? I'm sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained today.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks,
Thumbs
90
up.
gold will automatically be deposited into those pouches. I believe the term our employer used was pay pouches. Much like a bag of holding, you can it holds as much gold as you put in. However, there is an enchantment on it. It only accepts gold and coins.
Ooh. So no other types of currency could be accepted?
Other types of currency are accepted. It's just, gold is usually the standard.
Then why
When
saying
did you-
that it only
When did
works
you
with gold?
switch? That way you don't try to put, say, the teeth of a giant boar into it.
Exactly.
I do have a question though. When did you switch over from a copper, silver, gold standard to solely a gold standard? I was sure that, in fact, last time I was here, copper and silver were acceptable.
Apologies, that's my accent. I didn't say golden coins, gold and coins.
Oh, okay.
Golden.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, does that mean that it can take raw, unrefined gold?
Well, in a way.
If we we could use this to purify gold. Then, if we hypothetically, if we have gold,
I don't know.
ore,
I don't think it'll take ore. You need like nuggets.
I mean, if we
Nuggets,
take the ore and put
ingots.
it in, it would. It might reject everything that's not gold.
Well, nuggets, ingots. If it's gold or if it's coins or, currency.
Mhm. What if it's like gold coated, like maybe like some sort of bracer that seems to be made out of gold? What happens if it's not actually made out of gold? Will it just
Counterfeit.
Yes, gilded.
Counterfeit coins.
Mhm.
Will it spit out counterfeits?
He pauses for a moment.
What if we
Rusty?
carve a coin out of gold? Or what if we carve a coin out of stone, but it still is... it would still fit the dimensions of a coin.
He turns his head over towards Rusty. Alright, well, obviously, if you try and make a coin out of a rock, it's obviously not going to take it. But counterfeits and ore, I did not think of that.
My suggestion would be to have it check the purity of any gold that is going into it, and have it be based off that.
True, but
See, we're
you know
smart
what?
cookies. This is stuff you can put in for the next iteration.
True. But you know what else would be easier?
Well,
You take it, you put it in a bag, and you get it appraised instead.
Fair.
well, it's the long way around, but it was just a simple question of trying to figure out the means of which these things actually can accept it or not.
Yeah,
We
it's
like to
purely
test the limits.
it's purely a logistical question, darlings.
Basically, the whole point of it is it's not a bag of holding. You can't put a troll dick in it.
What if it
You know,
was
I once
made?
saw
You think
someone
you'll
try to
find a
buy
lot of
beer
troll
with a
dick?
troll dick. It wasn't. The bartender didn't like that.
I imagine not. I imagine they wouldn't.
Quick question: would gold teeth be accepted in the bag, or would it just be burp right out?
Well,
I mean,
obviously it would. It's made of
It's a
gold.
gold.
It also depends if it's a gold cap tooth or a gold tooth. Gold cap? Probably not. A gold? Probably.
I mean, if it was
Okay.
gold cap tooth, we could obviously pop the gold cap off.
Yes, but there'd be less
Now,
gold.
my biggest
Ooh.
question, because nobody ever fucking uses these things, does it take Electrum?
Obviously, it would. That is made of. I mean, a coin. If it accepts silver coins and gold coins, it would definitely accept election coins, right?
Regrettably. Who uses fucking Electrum?
Exactly.
It's a fun novelty.
I got paid in Electrum once. I was laughed out of the bar.
I bet 3 Electrum pieces in a poker game, and it threw everyone else's game off. I won the whole pot. I lost it the next day, but you win some, you lose some.
At least you didn't have to hold on to the Electrum then.
Oh no, I won that back.
I
Yeah,
do
but you
have
said you lost it all.
I do
Mhm.
have another question. How does it recognize it's a coin or gold? Does it recognize the material, the shape, the carving?
It's a bit
Oh,
of a mix
it's
of all.
magic.
Bit of motion, bit of a mix of all of it. I mean, if you take a gold button, you might be able to trick it.
I mean, if we put in a gold button, it would obviously accept it because it's made of gold. You need to try like a silver button or a copper button.
Fair enough.
Or
Yeah,
a bronze button, maybe.
gist of it is, hold your valuables, and every 9 days, you get a whole 9 to go. Or every 90, the lid up.
14.
Every 14,
Every fortnight, we get 90 gold.
what she said.
Awesome.
Alright, now, onto your first job. We got a shipment that needs to go out towards Tribor. 1 moment. Gotta pull up my map here. Alright. So yeah, we got a shipment that needs to get going towards Tribor. Past Cragmaw hideout. Thing's abandoned. Unfortunately, everything that we've sent that way has been stolen, and nobody sees it.
Sounds like you should increase security.
That's us.
That's you.
Ooh, security.
Maybe it would have been a good idea to increase security first before sending the cargo, but
Well, we tried
later not than never.
we tried simple mercenaries, but this shipments get stolen. And we ask why, they're like, and we ask why, they're like, oh, we don't know. They had to fire them.
And that's why you're using advanced mercenaries such as ourselves.
Exactly. Drino walks up. Hey, and if you figure it out, maybe a bonus.
Hey.
But basically, we need a shipment of about 100 kilograms of pure steel to get to Tribor. The blacksmiths have nothing to work on, and if you got an idle blacksmith, you got a bad blacksmith.
He gets rusty.
Exactly.
I nudge someone with my elbow.
You nudge Rusty with your elbow?
Rusty goes, "Hey."
Hey.
And she does finger guns.
They turn it. Watch out! It's a real gun.
No, it's my bloody fingers. But anyway, you'll head back to Neverwinter and head to the warehouse district. Someone there will show you the way to our warehouse. You'll get the caravan and make your way to Tribor. Try and make it there safely. Solve the issue. One.
Oh, it's all going in one.
Aye. Custom made carts.
Ah, I assume bigger on the inside then.
No.
No?
You'll see.
100 kilograms of steel isn't going to take up like a ton of space. Steel's heavy.
Hey, don't worry. The steeds are custom made too.
Ah, I see.
Right, so go get your carts, get moved to Tribor, figure out what the fuck's going on with our shipments.
I'll be keeping an eye on it.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Varden,
right.
you have a rabbit.
Yes, I do. The rabbit's like on my shoulder as I move ahead.
Drenna speaks up. Okay, so is a little one like a mascot?
No. It's they're their own person. It goes by the name Clover.
They don't talk much.
It was cursed with sentience.
Oh, awakening.
Mm-hmm.
A horrible night to have a curse, I'm sure.
It depends on the creature. Some creatures would love to be awakened. Others view it as a horrible curse till the end of time.
Yeah, Clover mentioned about it. Horrible thing.
Look at what they did. They made me learn what taxes are.
Yeah, they made you learn what taxes are, but do you pay taxes?
We're not gonna have income
Legally,
tax
I'm not a
taken out of
citizen,
this,
so.
are we?
No income tax, no strings, 90 gold.
Legally, I'm not a
strings to
citizen
hold
of
me
any
down.
country, but still.
Well, Miriam, here's the thing. They live on their own private island. They got their own laws.
Ah, I see.
It's not just a private
So this
island.
whole
We
thing-
built the island.
You built this
Oh,
city.
no.
You built this city on rock and roll.
Actually,
We're
we built
working
this city.
for a micronation.
Actually, we built this
We're
city
working
on.
for seasetters.
We built this city on over a seabed of a very rich variety mineral veins, copper, silver, all that good stuff.
We're working for seasetters.
All right. Well, no other questions. Terry will see you out.
Yeah. Now what?
Yeah, that kind of works. Chalk V, yeah, seasteading. Though it's not quite like on a refitted oil platform. Like
Not
it's
all
like
of
that.
them are like that. Those are just the older ones.
All right, so a new Terry comes in as one Terry goes and gets their face fixed from having an axe shoved into it. He guides you all out and back out of the factory. But on the way, Hako peeks in through another balcony. Oh, if I could offer a suggestion.
Huh?
books.
Yep.
Books?
Well, you see, it gets quite boring here, being nothing but a pilot light. And so I've taken up reading. Unfortunately, I've read all of my books many, many times, to the point of where I've worn a few spines out. So, if you see any books, sneak a few to me. I'll throw in a few extra gold.
Oh, really?
You
Fair
had
enough.
that extra gold.
It'll depend on the type of book, and, if I already have it in my collection. And, of course, their state. Don't just have to give me something...
If I beat up a nerd, I'll get you a spell book.
Also, take whatever money he has, obviously.
What sort of literature is your favorite genre?
That's what you do when you beat up a nerd.
I love all forms of literature. You see, when I was... It might be a little bit expositing, but when I was young, I was actually raised by brass dragons.
Oh.
Yes, I've picked up many of their little quirks, such as the interest and intrigue of story. The only difference is, unlike my father, I won't talk your ear off. I swear I've seen that man talk and not take a breath.
That sounds quite entertaining for a childhood.
Sounds like the kind of person who could turn a 57-second monologue into a 3-hour diatribe.
Hey, I got that reference.
I don't understand that reference. Is that a Hamilton thing?
No, it's Amazing Digital Circus.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Episode 3. One of my favorite quotes.
Which one was 3 again?
3 was the haunted house.
Yeah, it was
the Halloween episode.
House.
It was
hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With that, Hako retreats back to his horde and goes back to a book that he was reading.
Hako.
Hako. H-A-C-O.
I've been spelling it with a K.
H-A-C-C.
Out of character all the time I was
Are
hearing.
they a half dragon or like a dragonborn?
Dragon.
He's a dragon.
Ooh, dragon.
He's
He's
a gold dragon.
He's a full-on adult gold dragon.
Yeah. What were you saying, Elbrus?
His eye is larger than you.
Wait,
Gerardo,
what
were you saying?
I thought it was she.
That all the time I heard Paco.
Oh. Yes, it is Hako. Hako Tua.
Hako.
No, not really.
No.
Just Hako. H-A-C-O.
Unless you're from the UK, in which his name is pronounced Hako.
Hako.
Echo, it's on Tuesday, innit?
So weird to me, like, whenever they say
yes.
Taco, like Taco, it's fucking learn to speak.
Apparently they think it's just really posh. So they feel weird because it's like, that's the posh way of saying an A.
I love tacos.
So saying taco.
What are you, from Boston?
Makes them see, to them sounds like they're trying to be.
No, I'm
really
a white person
bougie.
in my 20s.
Come on, let's go
We're
get some
gonna have
tacos.
tacos.
I'm also
Right.
a white person in my 20s.
Right, so the Terry returns you outside the factory and leaves you to your devices. Do you head straight back to the train station, or would you like to continue looking around?
I mean, if we're done in the big building, I wouldn't mind getting. We ate already, didn't we?
Yeah, you got it. You ate. Yeah.
I can't really
It's
think of
only
anything else to do done.
Yeah, it's only about midday.
One of the little things that I didn't understand of this whole interaction was, were we already paid the first 90 gold or not?
Not yet.
When we were given the pouch.
You have not yet.
Okay.
I hope it makes a ding whenever we get paid. Otherwise, we're just gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, hey, money,
Money.
money."
All right, so you're all in agreement. You're gonna head back to Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
What was that, Baron?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you all make your way back to the train station and ride the train back to Neverwinter. Fairly uneventful ride. The wonder from the initial coming in having kind of worn down a bit. You see the massive chains, the ant-like mining process of the Terries underwater, the various apparati of Quadesh crab devices.
So does anyone else think that Terries are going to revolt at some point?
Nah.
Panteries?
All of the Terries.
Oh. I mean, workers strike if they find their work lot in life unreasonable, then I could see them working it out despite apparently all having the same mind.
No. I mean, full-on uprise against everyone, putting Rusty and What's-Her-Face in the ultimate seat of power as emperors of the world.
Oh, we don't mean going against themselves. Okay. I mean,
No, I think what Miriam is saying is that they're being controlled by an old elder brain. And that's a bit off.
All I'm saying is that all of these warforged spread out in many numbers across the not just across Neverwinter. I mean, it would be the perfect place for, a flipped switch and a switch to flip and full-on uprising. No one would be able to stop them. It happened too fast, and in only a matter of hours, the entire city, the most powerful city in the world, would be under the thumb of two eccentric people.
The Terry.
I think you overthink things too much.
The Terry in the car taps your shoulder. You know I'm here, right?
Oh, of course. I just don't care.
What do you mean to the Terry?
Also, I do have a quick message from Drinna and Rusty, as well as a package. He opens up a compartment in his chest and pulls out a bag. They forgot to give you these.
What are these?
I will take the package.
Yeah, I will grab Terry's package.
Hey, you open the bag and you see four.
This isn't one of those models.
You see 5 odd-looking stones.
Oh, the work stones, aren't they?
You do see.
Damn it, we're working for Thanos.
No,
that instead of work phone, it's work stone.
One actually suddenly crackles to life with a loud. And you hear Drinna on the other side. Hello? Hello, we coming through?
No, you're not.
Very funny. Well, you see, I'm glad you got the Rocky Talkies.
Really? Rocky Talkies?
Yes, really. It was Rusty's idea. I've already hit her for it.
I think Workstone would have been much more appropriate.
The basic gist of these is they're a group of sending stones. You can use them an infinite amount of times, unlike normal sending stones. There's just one small flaw.
Don't tell me they explode.
No, they don't explode. They're just really, really loud.
Oh.
Turning them on, using them, they'll start with that loud static you probably heard. about anyone within a 10-foot radius is gonna hear it. So I would not use these if you're trying to get around sneaky like.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Then I suppose you will not call us while we are on mission.
You call us. We won't call you. You call us.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Sounds reasonable.
Oh, I'm absolutely sure we'll need to call you eventually.
But yes, 5 Rocky Talkies, 1 for each ear.
Okay.
You hear the sound of
my backpack.
you hear the sound of Rusty laughing in the background, and then suddenly a loud thump. I told you it's funny. It's not funny, you daft. And it turns off before the sentence finishes.
Rocky is. I'm gonna assume that's Rocky IE to fit better with walkie-talkie.
Exactly.
Rocky Talkie. Sending stone. Pretty much.
Yes, and you each get one. They have an infinite amount of uses, both, two-way communication. The only downside is, upon activation and deactivation, they let out a loud static noise that will alert anyone within 10 feet. Or within 20 feet,
Two-way
actually.
long distance.
10-foot radius.
Communication. Upon use. Emits. Static. Audible.
It's one the Terry speaks up. It's one continuous bug that Rusty has yet to figure out what's causing.
Possible feedback in the weave.
Possibly. She's not entirely sure. But they get the job done, so they're still useful.
Are they connected to the Elder network as well?
No.
Okay.
They're interconnected within each other. It's like a closed network.
I see. I just want to make sure that no Terrys will be listening in on the conversations that we have with it.
Well, I mean, they usually have a Terry with them, so a Terry will probably hear it when we're calling them.
That's true.
Yeah,
and on the job, we're probably also going to be riding with it. Is there going to be a Terry on the cart, or is it just going to be like?
Oh no!
And the quote unquote horses.
You and the horses. Unfortunately, Terrys are too expensive to go too far out of Neverwinter unless they're being bought.
Fair enough. 100 kilograms, sure, but like a full Terry? No way.
Well, I mean, these are just raw steel ingots.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, one Terry's probably worth more than all of that.
Exactly.
Understand.
And with that, the train does eventually stop within Neverwinter. Would you like to...
As we're stepping off the train, I'd like to like nudge like Miriam and Verdon. We should probably also make sure no one wants to steal the horses.
The horses?
Oh yeah, they said
they're going to be clockwork.
Yeah, they're probably going to be like. It's going to be machine horse. The horse is going to be a machine. That means it's a horse that can move at horse speeds and doesn't need to eat or drink.
Then I guess it might technically be cheaper than an actual renting horse. Okay.
I'll be honest. If these weren't my current employees, I would probably steal the horse. But I'm not gonna, because I don't want to get fired.
I mean, if they fire you, you could just sell the horse.
Yeah, but like, so long term, the horse isn't gonna get me as much as getting, 90 gold every 2 weeks.
Yes. And while we're still huddled, I say, by the way, you're welcome for the expert negotiation. I managed to get us up from 45 every 2 weeks to 90.
That's literally not what happened.
I mean,
yeah, sure.
Thank you. I mean, even though
Don't forget they were originally going to start us with 9 gold every month.
Not 9 gold. It was 90 gold every month.
90 gold month. 90 gold every month.
Actually, no. I think the initial offer was 6 gold, and we were like, we need more than that.
It was not that low.
It wasn't that
comically. It was comically low.
No, I thought it was like 30 I thought it was like, I don't know, like say like 150 a month, and then we just not 150 a month.
No. That was my offer, and then I worked down from there to get.
And then we worked it to 45 every 2 weeks, so we get 90 a month. And then Ruby forgot and said 90 every 2 weeks, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Which I am now taking credit for.
Technically, that means you're getting paid 45 a week.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we worked that up from 45 every 2 weeks.
Yeah. And since we're being paid bi-weekly, that means we will get 1 extra pay week per year than we would if we were doing it each month.
I don't.
Yeah, technicality.
That might work like in real life, but I don't know. If I were to be a DM, my calendar would be incredibly consistent. It would just be 12 30-day months, or however much it takes to make every 28-day months, 12 28-day months.
And I want to clarify real quick, you guys are walking and talking?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're like huddled, aren't we?
Cuddles.
I figure we were initially, but like I assume after like the horses part of the conversation, we started just going.
All right. So you make your way through Neverwinter. It's pretty easy to find your way to the warehouse district. There's plenty of signs pointing people in the correct direction, depending on where they want to go.
Depending on if the blood wants us to go there.
Correct. Upon approaching the warehouse district, you see that there is a gate in front of it, and a guard is there. He walks up and goes, "Oh, what's your reasoning? This place is off limits."
When new hires from RNS.
RNS. These iron folks, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
We're gonna be watching over a shipment of steel.
Right.
Keeps going missing, so they hired adventurers.
Right. All right. So you want to go down, take a left, warehouse 4. He opens the gate to let you all in.
Thumbs up, walk through. Immediately after I pat the threshold of the gate, I take my gourd and take a swig.
You're drunk driving. Oy.
No one said I was going to be taking the reins.
Well,
I'll be sitting back with the iron.
I wish you good luck. Them mechanical monstrosities are hard.
Nice.
It's not a joke.
Oh, darling, everything's a joke. You
When
need
they
to learn to laugh a bit.
No, when they sit on their path, they tend to not stop.
If we need to pee, we'll have to do it out the back, I think.
No, they stop when rains, whole stuff. But there's a reason they don't get stoned. Other than, trampling everyone trying to stop them.
But they don't get stolen. What if someone were to hypothetically steal one?
I think they'd have to learn how to, route them. Actually.
And I don't know, weird magic stuff. You know, I'm paid to be a guard, and I'm paid to think.
And we're paid to move this iron, so let's
steel.
cue that. Clap, clap.
Yeah. All right. We leave the guard and we make our way to warehouse 4.
Making your way to warehouse 4, you do see a Terry waiting for you. Hello.
Hey, Terry.
You notice this one is one of the buffer models, meaning this one's more for the manual labor. Just loading your steel now. Would you like to take a look at the cart?
Yeah, sure.
All right, one moment. He walks up to the large barn doors and opens them up with little issue. Inside, you see a metal covered wagon-style cart. But you see that this one is too wide, as there's a second cart that is connected to it, where the steel is currently being loaded.
I'd like to get a look at the horse. Or horses.
You don't... roll a perception check for me.
Hey. That is a 15.
So you don't see the horses initially. There's no traditional stable. But you do see a Terry leading a pair of clockwork horses out. Their movements are very natural for being made of metal. All right, so these are your two equine engines, as I believe the term is coined. A note about them: they are fickle. They only really listen to the reins, and they have... Are you familiar with the term of a dead man switch?
No.
I think that's where if you take your thumb off, it goes off, right?
Something like that. The reins act as the dead man switch. They must be manned all of the time, and if they aren't, they stop. And when they stop, they do not move. Their hooves are actually anchor themselves to the ground.
Like magically?
Like with pistons. Yeah. He lets go of the reins and you hear choo, 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 choo.
Well, then I vote that we let the person who doesn't need to sleep hold on to the reins, and I push the Warforged towards them.
Hey.
Oh, they got spikes in the legs.
Oh, it would suck to be kicked by one.
Shouldn't we also
kicked by one? Well, it sucks to be kicked by a horse in the first place.
I know. Now imagine that
if it like steps on someone and the guy in the cart lets go of the rein.
Well, if they let go of the rein while the horse is mid-kick, will the anchor shoot out?
They don't really kick. Remember, these are still automatons here, and you watch as he opens up the face. Elbros, you get a good look at it. You see what looks like an endless scroll for a brain. Sorry.
All right, this is new. I'm never seeing this kind of scroll.
Elbros, correct. You see these little scrolls here. These are basically their instructions, their brains.
Oh, it's like the fancy pianos.
Yes, actually.
Oh, it's a punch card. Is it a punch card?
Not quite, but similar technology.
I love punch card programming.
there is some form of magic stone in the forehead that is quote-unquote reading, air quotes, the writing on those scrolls, which more or less is consisting of walking, defense, walking, defense.
Oh, the scroll has the source code on it.
Yes.
Okay, I see. So it's basically a scroll with C+ on it.
More or less.
Yep.
I prefer to think that because they're horses, and horses are evil, they're written in JavaScript.
Oh, truly horrifying.
Chalkfee, you're giving bunny thumbs.
Are they programmed to bite off fingers?
No, they don't. The teeth you see here, they're for decoration. And he gives it a tap, and it's just dung dung. They don't open.
And where's the power source then? If that stone is purely to read the instructions given to them, where's the power source that actually powers them?
Right, one moment. First, Clover, don't eat the paper. If the paper is damaged enough, you essentially have a piece of junk. As for the power source, much like most Warforged, they run on an arcane core. He opens up the side around where the ribs would be, and you do see this glowing red arcane core. Mm-hmm. And along with all the various ticking cogs, in fact, one of the most common sounds you're hearing is tick, 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 tick.
Neat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
good to know.
They'll get you where you're going, reliably. They do have one failsafe, however. If something were to happen to any of you and you need to get off, but the shipment still needs to go, and that is where, let's see, here it is. He holds up a third rope that is just behind the horse's neck. This, and they will begin acting upon their instructions automatically to the destination. Without you. So, say you are beset by bandits and you need to get them moving. Oh, and if you wish to go faster, like any horse, you just whip the rein. Just,
The scrolls said something about the defense. What kind of defense do they have?
Defending themselves, essentially. They will still rear and kick if they are accosted. It is still a simple animal brain. The best translation of an animal brain to scroll. Without the need to eat, of course.
Alright.
At least that takes out one of the worst parts of the horse.
Yes, the waste. Of course, there is an upgrade package if you wish to have the fertilizer experience.
Gross.
I'm sure it's useful for farmers.
For farmers, yes.
Farmers, sure, would they need a horse?
Because they preload. It's because you preload the fertilizer, which allows them to occasionally, drop fertilizer onto crops. Oh, the stray dogs here.
I think I'd rather just take a bag and do that.
Well, for small,
just get Terry to do it.
For small fields, yes, but if you're doing massive plowing of large, say, cornfields, it makes it a little easier. We'll get these hooked up, and get you sent on your way.
I just don't like the idea of robot butthole.
Oh, there is no butthole. It's a flap.
That's worse, actually.
Maybe we should also check the map and...
Yava, closes her eyes and shakes her head. She's like, yeah.
The map, right. There is a small map over by the over by the invoices over there.
Okay, I take it.
Right, you take it and you're given a map, a small map of. It's mostly from Neverwinter to Waterdeep. It's not that big. Here, let me give you guys a little example of that.
Mm-hmm.
And let me put it on screen here.
Right, so we're in Waterdeep.
No, you're Neverwinter.
And Neverwinter.
Yeah. Waterdeep is on the coast. That's...
Well, Neverwinter's also on the coast.
Also on the coast, you fucking idiot.
Waterdeep is south of Neverwinter, I think.
Yeah, you are given a map right there.
Oh, sorry, no, I was going off memory.
And we're delivering to...
Tribor.
Okay, I see.
Well, at least the road seems simple.
Right, but remember, your prerogative is to find out why our shipments are being jacked, as the kids say.
You can count on us. This ain't the first time I've been hired to watch over shipments. This is the first time I've been given a Warforged horse.
As Miss Rusty likes to call them, they are equine engines. She has a thing for alliteration. Rocky talkies, equine engines.
Rocky talkie is not alliteration. One starts with an R, the other starts with T.
It's a rhyme.
The alliteration is in the latter half of the word. The E alliteration.
That's a rhyme. That's not how alliteration works.
It's a form of alliteration.
No, it's not.
Well,
real talk here, it is actually a form of alliteration.
We just have a fancy name for it.
Right. So the Terrys get to work. They hook up the horses. They close up the doors behind you and open up the doors that will lead you out of the not only the warehouse district but out of Neverwinter. In the second cart near the back, you find about. Hang on, let me get a point of reference here on exactly how much a normal steel ingot weighs. Weight of a steel ingot. Jesus Christ. Okay, I misread that. Let's see.
9 kilograms.
Yeah, 9 kilograms, and you're moving about 500.
Copper.
Let's say here about each one's about 5 kilograms. So you got about 100 ingots stacked in the second cart. And in the first cart is more or less empty, except for benches for you all to sit on and, do about your day as you travel.
I thought we were only gonna have one vehicle.
It's like those buses that have the little bendy.
Oh. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a double wide.
It's hitched to the back. Well, double wide would be like 2 what? It's
double length.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
It's
so
hitched to the back.
Perhaps the best way to distribute is 2 in the back with the steel, 2 in the middle with the waiting on standby, and the one who doesn't sleep on the reins.
Mm-hmm. That sounds fair.
Very fair.
I gotcha. By the way, does anyone know the forecast for the next few days?
What's that matter?
Like about for like rain, like if like any of the Warforged horses gets wet, like would it get damage?
The equine engine does not rust. The equine engine does not stop. The equine engine for all your travel needs.
Don't let my oxidized look fool you. Warhorse do not oxidize that easily.
Yes. And neither does steel, which these horses are made of.
That one might have been half buried for about 50 years.
I wouldn't say buried. This looks more like layers of oxidization. It is not unheard of for Warforged to be trapped in some form of stasis above ground.
I mean, at this point, you could have washed off any of the dirt.
It's not dirt, it's oxidization. It's a patina.
No, I mean, like, if he was buried.
Oh, that too, yes. Elbros, you weren't buried, correct? You were just kind of found on the ground with overgrowth?
At least that is what I was told when I woke up.
Right.
Well, I think this is DM asking player.
Yeah, this is DM asking player. You were above ground, not buried underground.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm always get confused with outer character moments.
Right. Yeah, that's my fault. I'll have to try and make that a little more clear. But the Terry past the haunch of the horse, which is just, tongue. All right, are you all ready?
I was ready as I'll ever be.
Maybe before we part, maybe we should set an alarm in the cart in case anything enters and tries to ambush us. Considering we are here to check why the cargoes are getting, delayed or stolen.
All right, if we get ambushed, we can have a code word such as "Help! We're being ambushed."
Just yeah, we're not really like a close enough group to come up with like a code word right now.
I mean, my safe word's honeysuckle, but I don't know if that'll work for this.
So, Elbros, to clarify, what you're talking about is the spell alarm, correct?
Yes.
Do any of us know alarm?
I do know that spell. I could set an area around the cart.
I would say it would work, but only when the cart's not moving.
Yes. Perhaps you could do that whenever we're stopped for the night for the rest. Unless you want to forgo your sleep to ride on through the night while we sleep in the back.
What does Clover mean by the opposite of a safe word? Being carrot?
I don't know.
A danger word?
Danger word. Okay.
I think that means to go hard.
How about cinnamon?
I think
I'm
we
sure.
should just talk to ourselves.
Yes. I'm sure that if we get ambushed, at least one of us will be able to shout and alert the others.
Okay.
Whilst you talk
Here's
among
hoping
this,
that's
I'll be
not me.
right back. I need to grab something.
Yeah, I just hope it's not me. I don't tend to do well under pressure.
Oh, no pressure. We're just going to a trade route that many others have not come back from. Or, well, no, they have come back. They just won't say what they encountered on the way.
Oh, hey, while we've got this bit of DM away time, I would like to ask everyone's class.
I think I mentioned last session that I am an artificer.
Yeah, the only classes I have written down in my personal notes are mine and Silver's.
I'm a ranger.
What's your subclass?
Hunter.
Just Hunter. Hunter Ranger. If you wish to keep it to yourself, then you may. What's your?
Sorry, what?
You should probably specify. Do you mean this out of character or in character?
This is out of character for my notes.
Okay.
So I'm a ranger of the archetype hunter,
Okay.
and I don't know what else. What else should I?
I'm sure the classes will come up whenever we get into combat.
Wait, what was? I shouldn't ask.
What Chakvi is saying is that they're a druid circle of the shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like an interesting one.
It's the one that's focused on summoning.
Ooh.
All right.
Are you all making your way out?
Making our way. Yeah. I'll probably climb into the cart with the seal.
All right.
I was planning on also being in the steel cart.
Right, so
someone
that
tries
would
to take it.
Right, so the goblin and the artificer.
Miriam. Yeah.
Yeah, Yava
I would
and
probably
Miriam.
be better on the outside part.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, so it's Yava and Miriam in the steel cart, Clover and Verdun in the empty cart, and Elbaros, you're driving, correct?
Yes.
All right. With that, Ateri opens the gates, and with a crack of the reins, the horses hiss and spur to life, starting off on a decent pace. Just clup, 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 as you exit the city.
Oh, we are off.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Squadala.
Mm-hmm.
Moving
on. Elbaros, how are you
Yes.
feeling being the designated driver for this?
I guess I can only pay attention to my surroundings, so I guess I don't have much time to feel, more like having to be focused.
Okay, I won't bother you. I'm just gonna take out my book and start sketching up stuff.
Sketching.
All right, so continue.
No, you can continue.
Right, so you all begin your first job for RNS Ironworks, moving all the steel. You're moving along the high road with general ease. When about maybe 5 hours out, long past when Neverwinter has been lost sight from behind. I want everyone to make a quick perception check here.
All right.
Just only Elbaros?
Everyone.
I got a 9.
10.
Perceptor.
18.
Got myself a 15.
Yes, perception check, V.
Actually, when I changed this, I made a little mistake.
Alright, so Elbaros and Tirga, you got 9 and 10, correct?
I got 10. Actually, I should have gotten 12 because I had made a mistake, but don't worry, I got 10.
Yeah. And I got a 9.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah. Also, it's Narium. You called me Turga. That's my Pokemon.
Sorry. Alright, so Verdun, what did you get?
I got a 15.
Alright, so Yava and Verdun, you two are the first to know. Especially you, Yava, as you go to take a swig, you pop open your cork and immediately there's like a small quick flash. I'm not quite sure what it is. Not quite sure what it is, but it's not something you're very familiar with. When then Clover, you begin to pick this up. That's smoke.
Something.
And as you keep going, the smoke gets stronger and stronger. When now everyone will be able to see this, you see that a part of the road has been engulfed in flames.
Oh no. It's not good. This is not good. Okay.
Question, DM, just
Yes.
to remind myself. The cart that we're on, are they made of wood or are they made of metal?
The interiors are wood, but the outside is metal, except for the covering, which is cloth. So these are reinforced carts.
It's probably getting a little toasty.
Yes. Right, and you can see that this is actually a fire that is coming from the nearby forest. A wildfire most likely started from who knows what.
Like Verdon is like gonna immediately try to check around the surrounding to see if there's any source of water nearby. Like I think Verdon would like to do a perception check on that.
What is your passive perception?
Passive perception, that would be. Hold on. Where was it? No. Which tab was for passive perception?
Passive perception
is your wisdom modifier plus 10.
Yeah, it should be underneath your saving throws. And it looks like you got a 10.
Yeah. Yeah, 10.
So, yes, make an active perception check since your passive wouldn't be able to pick up anything.
Yeah, that would be a 19.
19. Looking around, you do notice that there is the coast nearby, but you are familiar enough with that part of the area to know that it's not a beach. It is a more or less a rather tall, sheer cliff to the waters below. Otherwise, there is no source of water nearby.
Shit. Okay. Don't worry, Clover. Don't worry about the bad smoke. We'll just have to use dirt in order to help close it off.
Darling, are you okay in there? You're mumbling to yourself.
No. It's not mumbling. Just before. Continue on our trek. Don't worry. Clover, you wait over here. I'll just go out.
You all can see the wildfire, and it is engulfing most of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's most unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go out and try to back kick dirt from the ground onto the surrounding fire to see if I could try to quell it in an area in which we could easily pass through.
We're going to 35 and not stopping.
Let's just charge right through it. I mean, how bad could it possibly be?
Well, okay, the flame's not on the road, it's on the side, yeah?
Part of it is on the side, is on the road, but not entirely due to some fallen trees and branches and such. There is a path, but it will take you basically right through the inferno. Which, Varden, what you're doing stops a bit of it, but it's like trying to stop a burning building with a single bucket. This is a roaring fire.
Oh.
Oh, I think I know how to fix it.
What would that be, Miriam?
I'm gonna pull out my hand axe, pretty much cock it and aim like a gun and shoot a firebolt at the fire.
Wait. Oh, you're trying to eat. Oh.
Fight fire with fire.
And let's just see if this makes it big enough.
I'm not gonna have you roll attack because you're attacking fire.
A 10. Yeah, you see the sapphire on the side of the hand axe glow and as it shoots out a firebolt at the fire. I got a 10.
The attack roll is not the here.
Let's see.
Sorry, we can't really hear you because you're away from your microphone, DM.
Give me a moment, I'm grabbing the percentile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna laugh if it works.
I mean, ain't none of you know any of that like summon water thing.
Oh, hang on, that's a bad roll. One of the dice didn't go in the cup.
No, I'm just a simple artist. Sorry.
7.
No, Clover. Summoning a woodland critter would just end up in barbecue.
Now, your firebolt, while it doesn't clear out a majority of the fire, you do hit one of the downed trees, which does destroy it and clear the path a little bit for you. You will still be going through basically a tunnel of fire, however.
Well, maybe it's a good idea to speed up a little.
I was gonna say, maybe, yeah.
Alright, with that, I want everyone who breathes and Nerium to make me a DC 15 con saving throw.
Alright, Constitution saving throw.
Okay, wait, I don't get about Miriam.
I got an 18.
Alright, Nerium, you're fine.
Is this a poison? Because I do have advantage against poison.
It's poison, but you already passed.
I know, I
Wait,
still want to fish.
Wait, if that's the case, I have advantage. Yes, 20.
Alright.
Damn it.
I rolled a 10.
Alright, so...
It did that,
and I don't breathe,
where it,
so...
like, hit the wall of the window.
Elbros,
so
you are exempt
from
dealing with the smoke inhalation that's going on.
Chalky rolled a 12.
Yeah, Clover has a 12.
Alright, so... For both... Yava, what did you get?
I rolled a 10.
Alright, so
I almost rolled a 20, but then it rolled onto an 8.
Alright, so Yava and Clover, you take 4 points of poison damage from the smoke inhalation as you begin kicking it into high gear and go right into the inferno.
Oh, Clover. Don't worry, I tried to pat them on their back in order to try to help them get through this because they're coughing a lot.
Alright, and I would say it takes you at maximum speed, which I imagine you're going, Elbros.
Yes, definitely.
Would take about 3 rounds. Now, unfortunately, with that, you each will take... Alright, so for the first round, that's 4 fire. Second round, that's 6. And I want everyone to do 1 more Constitution saving throw to see if you can survive the last round. Because that is
23.
Alright.
I have a 14.
14.
I would say that is a fail,
Clover
so you eat...
Clover rolled a 7.
Yeah, that's a fail. So, Nerium, pass. Elbros, I need you to roll too. Because this is not a normal Constitution saving throw. This is trying to survive the heat.
Okay. I got a 13.
And that is a fail. So, Nerium, you are able to withstand the last bit of heat. Everyone else, you take 5 points of fire.
How many total?
Wait, what's the total for damage? Yeah.
For all 3, that would mean a total of 15 damage.
Damn.
Goodness.
Wait. How much do we take?
15 total fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's we are riding through a forest fire. It's not the best for us.
Yes, Yes, 15 fire, Chalkby. Clover.
Ooh. Things are not fine. Things are not fine.
Oh, that is bad for y'all.
But everyone makes it out without any downs.
Yeah, I'm not down. I would like to say, with the intense heat, at this point, Yava has basically stripped naked in the cart and is using her clothes to, like, protect herself from the warm cart.
Not only that, you are with the steel, and it's a little hot on the buns right now.
Wait, wouldn't that make Yava unconscious and be hurting still?
No, I've got 4 health left.
Yes, she's still up.
All right.
Yeah, everyone is still up, thankfully.
Darling,
and you make
put
it.
Your clothes back on. You look sad.
Yes, I would also advise probably not opening that flask.
For Yava.
Yes.
Do you have any wine?
No.
Shame.
Why would I have wine? That shit's too weak.
I'm just currently just comforting and cuddling like they're a lost little puppy in a forest fire.
Right. You do make it out the other side, however. Singed. Quite singed. Some of you maybe a little well done.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, Vernon is basically like, okay, I'm still okay. Just only lost half my. I just only got dealt half my health.
On the other side, the inferno it is slowly spreading, but I would say that it's enough that you can get away pretty quickly before you're back into the inferno. And by the time you make it to the turn to get onto the Triboard Trail, the inferno is far behind you. And at this point, the moon would start getting high in the sky.
Oh.
But it is a little hard to tell due to the large plumes of smoke coming from the fire, which is still very visible.
Gotcha.
Do we agree that was not an accident?
Could easily be.
Honestly, I don't even know what you're talking about. That was hardly an inconvenience.
Miriam,
personally,
you could easily say that nothing happened, but I'm currently holding. They're nearly down.
Personally, I think it's either some form of sabotage or maybe one of the trains kicked off a hot coal.
The bunny
where you were, there were no trains nearby.
Well, we don't know how far that fire spread from.
Yeah. If it is an act of sabotage, then we should be careful. If you choose to stop for the night, because no doubt someone will try to attack if we stop here, close to it.
Oh, come on, we're adventurers. We already know to sleep in shifts.
Very well. I can,
I'm not sure it's the best idea to stop still having the fire spreading behind. I mean, we don't know it. We don't see it anymore, but still behind us.
You are decently ahead of it, and the winds have shifted to where you can see that smoke is now moving towards the water. So you should be safe from the fire for now.
Alright.
Good.
And I will say that a few of you do also have the idea that it may have just been possibly maybe a camper didn't put their campfire out. There's no telling what it is. Somebody threw out a cigarette or some still embering tobacco. It's hard to tell with wildfires.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe somebody was doing a gender reveal party.
Hey. So, are you going to continue
Gender
on?
reveal parties have been illegal for 35 years.
Yes, ever since that gate opened to the plane of water to announce the precious baby boy.
Only to drown the parents after.
16 people died in that flood. It was actually one of the less severe incidents.
So, are you going to stop for the night, or are you going to keep going?
I mean, honestly, if other people want to stay like for a bit, that's fine with me. But if we want to keep going just for the desperation, that's also fine with me.
Well, I mean, the horses don't need to sleep. The guy at the reins doesn't need to sleep.
He doesn't need to sleep, but he does need rest.
I'll take the reins.
Ah, good on you, Miriam. Good on you.
Miriam.
Nerium with an N.
Miriam.
Now, Nerium, I will say, due to your unique situation, and if you're going to be staying up during the night, or at least taking shifts, you will need to take a con saving throw, to fight, exhaustion. Because remember, the dead man's switch will mean that if every time you stop.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna. I know how to. I have an idea to deal with it. But I will continue carting the reins through the night. However, once a few hours, after a few hours, can I make sure that they're asleep?
You take a look back, and you can tell with the others, yes, they are fast asleep. You're not quite sure about Elberos being a warforged and all. Now, Elberos, if I remember correct, Elberos, what is your thing on sleep again? That while you're deactive, but you're still, aware?
It's during the long rest. I have to be like 8 hours.
At least 6 hours. I'm seeing it here.
6 hours in an active, motionless state.
Right.
Oh no!
In this state, you appear inert.
In the background.
What?
I heard the melody to "Springing Sexy" back. Was like, oh no!
I didn't.
It was coming from someone's microphone.
Oh. But yeah.
And yes, I do heal during the long rest.
Right. So, Nerium, I want you to do a investigation check, but I want you to do it at disadvantage because you need to do it whilst holding the reins. Otherwise, you activate the dead man switch.
Actually, I'd like to stop the horses.
All right, you pull on the reins a little bit, slowly applying horse brakes until they have stopped completely.
All right. I would like to quietly get off and go to one of the horses and open up their chest.
Okay, you open the chest.
I would like to make my way to the arcane core and just get a little bit of a sip as I try and maneuver my hand through the gears, try to press my hand on its arcane core. I just want to get a little bit of a sip.
Give me a sleight of hand.
All right. Oh, that's good. That's a 17.
Yeah, with that, you easily are able to get to reach through the gears and touch the arcane core. Elberos, I want you to give me a perception check at disadvantage. That
perception
means
check at disadvantage. Okay.
Yes, roll twice, take the lower.
I cannot take any lower. 5.
All right. You don't notice anything other than the fact that you are not moving.
All right. And
that 5 is a nat 1.
Oh, that was a crit fail. What?
Yeah. You just know that you're not moving.
And you're not even that.
Unfortunately, once you took your sentry's rest, your head kind of chunked down a bit, and now you're just kind of looking at the floor.
I should have set the alarm before going off.
Yes. This floor is made of floor.
Can I siphon enough to not need a rest?
I would... Okay, so one thing, I would say, real quick, give me a stealth check.
Alright, I have advantage on stealth. Because of certain features.
Right.
Oh, and that is good, because that is a 17.
Alright, you're able to... Alright, nobody with their passives is able to, hang on. Alright, nobody's going to notice that you have stopped. And I want you to give me an Arcana check for your siphoning.
Oh, that is a 22.
Yes, you are able to easily just scrape off enough to avoid exhaustion, but keep the horses still running.
Alright, just might run a little bit slower.
Actually, I would say what you do is you actually open both, take a little bit from one, take a little bit from the other, so there's almost no change.
Alright, make sure to close it back up and climb back on, take the reins, and continue on.
Now, Varden.
Yeah.
Let me give you a little roll here. You are drifted off into a deep sleep, and so one day you awake with a start as for some reason shouts and screams surround you, and you find yourself on a stage. It is a black void around you, except for the vague shape of people, all with these glowing white eyes staring at you with no visible pupils. You try to move, only to find that your hands, your arms, and your head have all been attached quite painfully to these sinewy, muscly threads connected to what leads to be some large device off to the side. Looking around with your eyes, you can't move your head. You see, coming from the other side of the stage, a rather handsome man with these small horns curling around his ears. He walks up and looks at you with a smirk, before turning to the audience and beginning a rather haunting opera. Just, I saw no. It makes no sense. If anything, it's gibberish. But as he sings, your arm suddenly jerks and your body is racked with pain. You're beginning to dance around in this silly, goofy, mocking dance. Like some horrid, giggling nightmare Pinocchio. And the more that you dance, the more that you realize nobody can hear your groans and sounds of anguish. As you almost like leave your body and turn to yourself, as you see that you're staring at this crowd with a blank expression. As blood pours from where the sinews are connected.
Ooh.
It seems like this dance is going on for hours and hours. This man seemingly not taking a single breath. When suddenly he hits a crescendo, and your entire body is lifted off of the ground. and the stage starts to open. A glowing, bubbling acid beneath it. There is cheers and cheers as they start to slowly become lowered into it. Your snout is the first thing you touch, and there's this screaming hiss. You scream in your mind, but it cannot leave your mouth. And the sinews cut, and you're dropped in. You can see through this green tint of some glass on the other side, people watching, staring, even some laughing as your body's being eaten away bit by bit. Fur melting to skin melting to muscle melting to bone. You're in horrid agony that nobody can hear. And then when you think it could not get any worse, you awaken to the sounds of birds chirping and a woodpecker pecking on the cart.
What was... Oh, God. Like, I just basically try to get myself up, and I'm just, like, very weary about everything. I'm, like, looking over at my paws. I'm just, like... That was awful.
And that concludes the long rest.
All right.
Otherwise, the night, thanks to Nerium, the night passed by uneventfully.
Everyone good?
No.
Well, too bad, and I toss you the reins and climb to the back.
The reins don't actually make it to Verdun due to the fact that they're still attached to the horse, and you do all hear the chunking as the dead man's switch applies.
When I just suddenly let go, do they like come to a stop, or do they just like stop moving and skid? How abrupt is the dead man stop?
There would be no skid. They anchored themselves to the ground instantly.
Yes, you all feel the carts jerk forward, kind of rocking and shaking up a bit of you, as the carts kind of collide with the horses. Not fast though, enough to stop it, but you're all like, what was that?
Wakey, wakey, everyone.
So did we complete a long rest?
Yes, you all complete the long rest. Everyone's rested. Elbros, you're back in working order.
I would like to note, still naked.
You see a naked goblin in the other cart.
Put your clothes on, you look ridiculous.
I'm glad that one of my eyes is
fine
not
as
working.
hell.
Debatable.
I'm fine as hell, and you know it.
What was that, Elbros?
I smacked my ass.
That I'm sure glad one of my eyes doesn't work.
Your eyes?
One of their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of it broke it because of the arrow.
Looking up towards where the fire was, you see that the smoke has dissipated quite a bit. Most likely having some other people may have stopping the fire, or at least finding it a way so it can burn itself out.
Epic.
And you all continue on your way. Who is helming the reins this time?
Miriam decided to pass it off to me. I'll be doing so, since can't just like be passing it off to like just our war forges like that.
All right, so Nerium gets gets back, replacing the yin and the bunny. The yin and the bunny going up and sitting on the front of the cart as the horses release their anchors and start up moving again. Elberos and Nerium, you are sitting across from each other.
So, Elvish, you said?
I'm gonna be in the steel cart, keeping watch.
Yes, I also imagine the ones that need to eat are currently, snacking on their rations a bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a snack while y'all was sleeping, so. So you said you were elves found you in the dirt.
Yeah, that is the case. Apparently, there was a war, and I got in the middle of it.
Do you remember any of that? Was that just what you were told?
I do remember being in the area. I do remember getting an arrow in my eye, but I don't remember much else.
I see. Any idea who made you? You're obviously not a Terry model.
Before that, I have absolutely no recollection of memory.
Fair enough. So what are you going to do with your portion of the money? I mean, clearly you won't need to buy food or anything.
I still have no answer to that, considering I am here for something else than the money.
Something else?
Well, I do need to find the makers of the arrow that got in my eye.
I see. Well, best of luck with that. The information is the greatest commodity other than money, so I'm sure you'll be able to find someone who's able to identify it.
I'm sure.
So, do you have any theories about what's been messing up with the cargo?
Probably bandits or maybe some competition.
If it was bandits or competition, I'd figure that the lesser mercenaries would have been able to identify that when giving reports to Rusty. I think it's probably something more. Not sure what, though. Been racking my head around it all night.
Enlighten me?
Oh, I don't have any theories other than maybe the horses. Maybe the horses end up being controlled by something else and taking it somewhere else. And but I don't know. Alternatively, it could just be a trap, and no, probably not, because then other mercenaries wouldn't have been able to send reports.
It does seem a bit suspicious that in right the same day that our cargo leaves, the forest gets on fire.
Oh, absolutely. I have no doubt there was going to be an ambush if we stopped to rest just past the fire. Yeah. So, how do you spend your, because do you sleep? How aware of last night were you during the trip?
Oh no, I don't sleep. I am drawn to a state of complete motionless manner. I can see and hear and feel.
I see.
But I tend not to move. I'm on low battery mode.
I see. Well, we did stop briefly last night, but that was just so I could. That was just so that I could go to the bathroom in the forest.
But why so curious? Did anything happen that I should know?
No. We only stopped for barely even 2 minutes.
All right.
And with that, any other conversations?
I guess Verdon might say something to Clover, since we're both in the front right now. Clover,
yeah.
Did you have a weird dream last night?
No. Normally.
Oh, sorry. Sorry for assuming that. I just had something awful happen, and I can't even get it out of my head right now. That's why I didn't fought with Miriam about the whole rains thing. Just need to distract myself.
But tiny pause.
I know you just recovered from all that smoke last night. I just really wanted to know, like, have you ever seen any horned individual like that looked handsome? I don't know. Even now, like, it's starting to get foggy in my head right now, just a few minutes after the fact.
Handsome looks like.
Just like an idea of like public humiliation or even burning. Not through fire. I mean more acid. Couldn't even express myself.
Humiliation has appeared in my dreams before. But that's recent.
What?
Kind of muffled.
You need to get yourself some energy drinks for these games.
It's 2 in the morning. I don't want an energy drink to 2 in the morning. I said that humiliation is something that has appeared in my dreams before.
Oh. Have you known how to dealt with it? Or no?
Well, when I was staying at the Edificant Library, I asked a lot of people how they dealt with, mental problems in their dreams and things. Probably the easiest were the followers of Ilmater, but, it's not always the best idea. Their coping methods are not always safe.
I gotcha.
Real quick, I need a perception check from Varden.
I thought it was verdant.
No, it's Varden.
Is it VER or VARE?
Varden.
I need to roll perception.
Yes.
Here we go. We got a 17.
All right. As you chat with Clover, you see off on the side, off a little bit of a ways on the road in a half clearing, this large pool where you see about 6 giant toads just kind of sitting on oversized lily pads, partially submerged in the water due to their weight. They don't seem hostile, they just kind of look your way and roar.
I look over at them and wave. Hi.
Roar.
Hello, toads.
What do you like about them?
Hey, toads.
Oh, you
Anything
hate
I
them.
should know? Is there anything I should know?
Are you casting Speak with Animals?
I can always speak with animals. I'm a shepherd.
Oh, right. One looks over.
That's the main reason I wanted to keep Circle of the Shepherd.
Right. One looks over, goes, well, it's a really boring road.
Wonderful.
No, but he's been here for a while.
Good luck with your pond. Make sure they don't dump any chemicals in there.
Good luck with the cart.
Yeah, we'll try. At least it's not human.
Gotcha. That's good to hear.
So with that, the day passes by rather uneventfully. Most being the toads familiar. You all stop, get another long rest. This time with Elbros being on watch, I would assume.
Sure.
No stopping. More
Would you kind of cheat the watch and still enter your sentry's rest since you can still see and hear?
Oh, that is a good cheat code.
Can't drive the cart.
I mean, as long as he doesn't let go of the reins while he goes into sentry mode.
I gotta steer like a big.
I would say that he would need to let go because, like, naturally the horse and equine engines are wanting to stop, and holding on to the reins is what's keeping them going. Kind of like the reverse of a gas pedal.
No, that just is a gas pedal.
Well, no, like pulling back gets them moving, but letting go of the reins starts slowing them down.
And letting go of the gas pedal slows the car down. Right?
Right. You let go of the gas, well, yes, but I mean, like, physically, you push down the gas pedal to go, while in this one, you're pulling back, so physically, it's kind of like the reverse of it.
So sentry mode, the hands would be too loose to properly hold the reins?
Correct. Elbros?
So,
Yeah?
So are you gonna cheat by stopping the cart and using your sentry's rest to rest, but still keep an eye out on everything?
Yes, I could.
Or are you gonna put up an alarm around the perimeter first?
Yes. I'm gonna put it up.
Stop biting my wire, Bean.
You do set up the alarm and
lay down.
Let's see here.
Sorry, my cat is trying to bite the wire of my headset.
Num num, eat the forbidden. I dropped my die.
Num 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 num.
Explodes you.
Explodes you.
Explodes all of you.
Explodes you twice.
Can you do that? Can somebody really explode twice?
So.
The answer to that question.
I will set the alarm. Maybe in an audible alarm, so if any intruder gets in, we'll be alerted at the same time, just in case I cannot reactivate on time to alert anyone.
I think the way alert works is if something that you do not permit enters the area, then you are immediately lets you know. And
yes, but recently with the 2024 rules, they added it to be where it could either be in their head or an actual bell dinging.
Yes, exactly. It's an audible alarm that produces a handbell sound for 10 seconds, or a mental alarm that only alerts me.
Okay.
Well,
we
thankfully,
probably want the sound, but that is actually a good change.
Well, thankfully, the night does go by without a hitch. No alarm has been. Of
course, there's a hitch. It's connected to the horses.
Limo.
But yes, the night goes on uneventfully, and you all wake up rested.
Bean, get out of there! Get out of there, Bean.
Rested, refreshed. The goblin might still be naked.
I mean, nobody ever went into the steel cart, so nobody knows.
It's an open cart. They can look into the back. It's not like there's curtains.
Wait, we have such an important cargo.
Yeah, she was
an open cart.
Curtains.
Well, it's like the covered wagons, you know?
Yeah.
No wonder why we are getting stolen every time we do this. Well,
and there's a stray dog nearby.
That dog's been following us since the warehouse. It's in on it.
But yeah, she's naked.
All right. Who would like to take up the reins today?
I guess I would try to nudge to Java, being the one to do so.
I mean, it's probably not a great idea to give the drunk the reins.
No, let's do it. I want to see where this goes. It'll be fun.
Your drunkenness is starting to wane as your flask is starting to get low.
Yeah.
I vote the goblin as well. It'll be fun to watch.
All right, and you all look back and just still see the naked goblin.
Just put on some clothes first.
Yeah, I put on my
naked for 2 days. Yeah.
I put my key on.
Wait, is she doing this outside the steel cart?
Well, I mean, the steel cart has.
She's naked. Like, she puts her clothes on while in the steel cart.
Oh, but outside, like while we're currently are right now, is she naked?
No, she's dressed now.
Okay.
Since she's gonna be taking the reins and very publicly visible.
Even a thong.
All right, so
Java doesn't wear thongs.
Don't worry, Elbros. We're actually going to be wrapping up in a moment here. As you go on, Java, you can help about maybe from morning to midday, it's once again uneventful until you see an abandoned, overturned cart on the side of the road. It looks old, maybe by a few days. I don't see any bodies. I do want you to give me a perception check.
Alrighty. Oh, motherfucker.
What?
That was it almost landed on a 12, but then it just decided to keep rolling very slowly to a 2. It's a 4.
All right.
Oh, that's rough.
You don't notice anything. You are still a little hammered. So you are also going slow. I want, Verdun, I want you to make a perception check at advantage.
Well, but I've already had advantage for all of my perception, so this is no different. 16.
All right. As the cart passes by, you pick up very clearly from the direction of the cart.
That sounds like a wild animal.
No. It sounds like a baby.
Oh.
And that, people, is where we'll wrap up for the night.
Woo! Thank you for watching. There's plenty of other stuff to check on the channel. I am playing Dark Souls 3, and recently we're in the Painted Worlds DLC, so go check me fight Sister Fried. There's also the finale for Sonic Adventure DX, played by my partner Scraps, as well as when this goes up on YouTube, tomorrow is going to be Sonic and Shadow Generations, and we will be talking about the Sonic 3 movie. Actually, by the time this goes up, in Dark Souls 3, I will probably have I will probably be in the Ringed City. Actually,
Neat.
Anywho, also on the channel is Mario Brothers Ship.
Yeah.
Which is what we're doing
I'm
for
in
Poss
that
Posse.
one.
Yeah. Comment challenge of the day.
Hold on. And if you want any live video game action, come on by RubyDead_Queen at twitch.tv, where I'm currently playing games like Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, and what else? A Small Saga, and I recently started up a game called Tormented Souls. I stream every day, starting from 6:30, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every week.
All right. So, comment challenge of the day. What animal would you like to have like a clockwork version of?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say, honestly, I want to see cat. Clockwork Cat.
Nice. I'm a fan of the classics, so I gotta go with Owl. I love Clash of the Titans.
Clockwork.
What happened?
Comment challenge today. What clockwork animal would you like to see? And what Miriam said just reminds me of Clockwork from the Sly series.
I was referencing Clash of the Titans, the Clockwork Owl.
I haven't watched Clash of the Titans.
Like the original. The good one.
Still haven't watched it.
My answer is dog.
The dogs followed us out of the campaign.
Oh no, it's in too deep. Alright. So, with that out of the way, there's nothing left to say, but good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.